like to say I've always kept the hustle since the lemonade stand. I mean,
There you go.
Whenever there was an opportunity to start a business, be involved in something, I've always loved to do it. Throughout middle school, I always liked to flip Jordans. It was paying people to go wait in line and get the new release, and then reselling them. Still Cutco knives.
Cutco.
Of course.
I have a Cutco scissors still.
They're
great.
Forever warranty. They're incredible. It's always just been looking to do something. In high school and college, I was very involved in the cryptocurrency scene. Worked at a cryptocurrency exchange when I was in college. And then my favorite hustle in college, I started Snacks with Tax, which was it was a college snack delivery service. So essentially, Cheetos, Doritos, condoms, and tampons.
This is From the Ground Up, where we talk to entrepreneurs in all different industries and give you the down and dirty about what makes them successful. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and check back every Monday as we drop new episodes.
Welcome to the Ground Up Podcast, episode 92. We are getting there. Today we have none other than Noah Taxman and Chance Wambolt. I got it right.
For once.
Thank you guys so much for being on today. I mean, Noah really needs no introduction. He is the #1 property and casualty agent in the country. Wild. Chance has kind of come from a bit different of a background, but he just started at the Taxman agency, and his first month he had produced over $15,000 in new business. You're a star. You both are stars. We love you very much. Thank you for being on today.
I don't think we've had any insurance agents on, have we?
No.
You guys are first. I know.
Iconic.
I know.
Good enough.
Stunning. It is.
I was sitting there thinking, I was like, this will be fun because I have so many questions regarding insurance.
Oh my God.
Just kidding.
I know.
Bob, let's
Literally,
hear 'em.
we've been loan officers for we don't even want to say how long, but like the fact that I still don't fully understand insurance is pathetic. I'm like, I don't know,
You don't
dude.
have
Ask.
to.
It'll go
fine.
through processing. Ask these guys; they'll figure it out. I
our
just
job.
know who to refer to, and that's pretty much it.
I love it. I know nothing about mortgage. I'm usually just like, call Shay and Sarah.
Yeah. And we're like,
I have no
insurance?
idea. And interest
Even when we
rate,
were doing your mortgage, you were
I
so
still
like,
am like, I have no idea. You guys you got me my numbers and got a payment together, and I was like, sounds good.
We just do as we're told on both ends. That's why we
Yeah.
stay in our lane, you know?
Both ends.
But, okay, so we're going to get into everything with you guys. We have an hour today. It's going to be lovely. Obviously, it's called From the Ground Up, so we want to hear a little bit about everybody's upbringing before you are who you became. So, Noah, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about
absolutely.
you. Day one. Out the womb.
Yeah.
Out the womb. Where were you at?
I like to say I've always kept the hustle since the lemonade stand. I mean,
there you go.
Whenever there was an opportunity to start a business, be involved in something, I've always loved to do it. Throughout middle school, I always liked to flip Jordans. It was paying people to go wait in line and get the new release, and then reselling them. Still Cutco knives.
Cutco.
Of course.
I have a Cutco scissors still.
They're
great.
Forever warranty. They're incredible. It's always just been looking to do something. In high school and college, I was very involved in the cryptocurrency scene. Worked at a cryptocurrency exchange when I was in college. And then my favorite hustle in college, I started Snacks with Tax, which was it was a college snack delivery service. So essentially, Cheetos, Doritos, condoms, and tampons, anything a college kid could need. Boom. Cheaper and faster than K-12, guaranteed.
So wait, did you start that?
I did, yes.
At the college campus?
I started at the college campus.
What college was it?
I went to DU,
Okay.
University of Denver.
Were you
You're
allowed
smart.
to do that?
Yeah, I did. I started it for, we started it for an entrepreneurship class. Actually, one of my friends took the class, and he started a laundry delivery service.
Okay.
I wasn't in the class, but I was like, I should start a business. That
Yeah.
sounds great. So, hired a student in every college freshman dorm. I was like, hey, you're going to be a pickup location. And, the idea of having kids responsible for driving around in college, for our business, didn't sound like a great idea from a liability standpoint. So I was the only driver, and I loved it. I mean, it was great. That business was fun. I
That's amazing.
Insane. I can't
That's
believe
great.
you just threw that out of nowhere. Snacks for tax.
Snacks with tax.
So,
Kind of my
condoms, tampons,
Cheetos and Doritos.
oh my God.
Anything a college
I'll never
kid
forget
could
it.
need.
Never gonna
The ramen, I would assume. I mean,
That's so good.
DU, maybe we're like upgrading a bit, but that's wild. Okay, I
fun.
gotta ask, like, what
was
you
your revenue?
make? Yeah.
So the business was doing it pretty solid, It supplied everything I needed while I was a college student, which was
Yeah.
perfect. And then I ended up selling the business. I sold it for like $2,000. Another student's dad purchased it. Goes, hey, this would be a great opportunity for my kid to get busy. Ended up not doing anything with the business. And after 3 months, he called me back. He goes, Noah, my son's done nothing with this. If you want to take it back over, go ahead. And I did. So revamped it. It fizzled out, and it just kind of ended up stumbling into insurance. Found the space. A LinkedIn message came through. Would you be interested in taking realtors and lenders out to eat and play golf to earn their trust for their referrals and insurance?
Okay. Sign me up.
I'll take the interview.
Recruiters
Yeah.
are smart. They come up with the good taglines or
do.
whatever.
They
That's
get
what
it.
they do.
And, I took the interview. I really saw the opportunity of a residual space. And they put on a presentation of 3 people. It was 3 women who I'm friends with to this day of what they made in their first year. I was like, wow,
me up.
that's incredible.
Dang. But okay, well, where were you born? You just went
You went straight to
business.
condos.
I love
You was
that.
like, actually, I didn't have a childhood. No childhood.
Yeah.
Where were you born?
I popped out with a suit and tie.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Here in Colorado.
Highland Park, Illinois. It's about a half hour outside Chicago.
Okay. So what brought you here?
DU. I love the opportunity to be at a place where I could ski and hike, have that so close, as well as have a decent city, not far as well. And after being out here, I like everything about Denver better than Chicago.
Yeah.
Minus having my family here.
Yeah.
So I visit as much as I can and have never turned back. I'm moving back.
Okay,
Hell
big
yeah.
family out there?
Big family, so just very tight-knit family. My grandparents, fortunate to have 3 of my grandparents still around who are there.
Cool.
And my sister just had her first baby, so definitely
Oh,
a little bit of
congrats.
pressure to visit more.
Unc Noah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long ago was that you got into insurance? Because between then and now, you've made very big milestones. How many years has it been?
September 12th will be 3 years.
That's crazy.
And okay, we can't even get it. Okay, 3 years, #1 in the country. You hold that thought, sir. Chancey Poo, our sweet baby Chancey Poo. Who the hell are you, and where did you come from?
Well,
Because I'm so happy
the
you're
where
here.
did you come from part,
Yeah.
we really want to
where
emphasize.
did you come from?
Yeah.
Well, I was made during camping season in the mountains of Colorado, Wyoming. No, I was born and raised in Wyoming, so small little town. When I graduated high school, I was like,
Sounds
get
fun.
me the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot be here. And I didn't know, who I was, what I wanted to do. Growing up in Wyoming, you're like, no gays, So, so I was like, I don't know who I am or, what I stand for. Or, what is that? So I literally moved to Virginia, spent time on the East Coast for a year.
I knew that.
In Tennessee, Virginia. I, traveled the coast. And I ended up moving back to Wyoming because I worked with persons with disabilities.
Okay.
So Down syndrome, autism. I got a contract with the state. Moved back for the summer, and I was like, what are you doing?
Get me back
Yeah,
out.
get
You're
out of here.
not happy.
I went
Not
to New
happy?
Mexico, and I was like, okay, now I fully understand who I am. I'm ready to go to college. Went to UW, and I was like,
Where the hell
No.
is UW?
Laramie in Wyoming.
You went
University
you're
of
going
Wyoming.
back to Wyoming.
I know. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Okay.
So I went back and I was like, man, this is a shithole. It snows there and it's in a hole and there's no parking on campus. And I was like, this isn't for me. I wanted to be a nurse. And I was like, why in God's name did I do that? Moved to Denver and I went to cosmetology school, got a job with a beauty bar. Literally a few weeks into cosmetology school, and I was like, that was the place I was meant to be. I was with them for 10 years, and after I graduated from beauty school, I was like, I don't want to do hair, but I love the industry. I helped them grow into 3 different locations. We started franchise documents. And then I moved into plastic surgery after that. And then here I am.
Let's rewind back to the beauty bar. Obviously,
Yeah.
we don't need to name names, but like they started small, and you had a very
small.
big role in helping them grow. What
Yeah.
do you think you had, just coming out of cosmetology school, to help them grow the way that they did and become the franchise that they were?
That's a great question. I had an understanding, which there's so many people that are like managers and things like that in a company where they have no idea of the technical skills that go into it. So I could help like create new services, and I could relate to the technicians of like, they had an issue, or, I could relate to what they were doing,
Yeah.
which I thought was really
I
nice.
think your
So-
personality just in general in life is what is your strong suit. 1000%. Because I know, like when we first met you, I'm like, oh, we're never going to be able to shake him anymore. Like he's around to stay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
We're stuck with him. He's not going anywhere.
He's a sticker. Like you're going to be here for life now.
Yeah, for
and I think
sure.
that's just you and your personality, and so I think.
Until you piss me off.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
That is
Then
very
you're
true.
gone. We're both Leos, so
Yeah.
I think we
Yes,
just-
August 4th, August 8th.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you both are cancers.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
How
Let's
weird.
battle. Should we battle?
Yeah, battle of the Cancer and Leos.
Well, like a rap
I
battle?
literally
or-
relate to everything of that.
It's so good.
So-
So then you went to plastic surgery, and then you moved into insurance because you were, after the beauty bar, you were kind of in this situation of like, I don't know what I want to
That
do.
was
I
my
remember
entire
that.
life. Like I built that from the ground up, and that was like my retirement plan.
Yeah.
Like I
'Cause you
didn't
were there,
think
what, 10
that
years?
that was ever 10 years. Had some investment in the franchise company, and when that ended, I was like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Like I don't even know what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I kind of fell into the plastic surgery.
You thought about getting your real estate license. That was
I
a thought.
went to school for real estate, you guys.
You really were just bebopping around.
But I was like, I just didn't know what I wanted to do, and I couldn't pass the test.
Yeah.
And I always think there's like a reason something doesn't work out, and there was a reason I couldn't pass those tests, no matter like
How hard
what
you
I
tried.
did or how hard I tried or like who I asked questions to. Like I couldn't get it. Like
Yeah.
I was
It's
like,
a
am I
hard
just
one.
stupid or like what is going on?
No,
But
you're
I think
not.
the universe was like, this isn't meant for you.
Yeah.
So
you
how'd
know?
you fall in plastic surgery then?
Afterwards, I had just kind of gotten like reached out to, and they were like, we'll create a position for you. I was selling facelifts, and at one point I was just like, I felt I was going out in the community, and I was like trying to figure out what was wrong with somebody's face. Like, hey,
God.
you know what I mean? Like you're
I
always
can
just
see
trying
that.
to like, because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how I made money is
Right.
like on a sale,
You're like,
Yeah,
you know?
you
So I was
you
going
can
out
use
and
a
be
little
like,
chin left.
and then I started going up to people and be like, oh my God, if you want a rhinoplasty. And I was like, that's not who I am.
Yeah.
I could
Like
see
I
that.
am such a like kind person, and I will go out and I'll talk to anybody, but I was talking to people for the wrong reasons. And so I was like, this isn't me. And I woke up one day and I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, it's
And
not
Brooke
me.
was like, have you talked to Noah before? And that's
Shout
out,
how I
Brooke.
got
Shout
it.
out, Brooke.
I was
Brooke
gonna
is
ask
a
how this got.
Ultra connector.
Yeah, yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
She's the connector of everything,
She
everywhere.
Yeah.
She's everywhere.
I think I'm on like 14 group chats with her right now, and I'm
Literally,
like, Brooke,
you're like,
cut
I
it out.
can't
Brooke,
keep up.
Cut out the group chats.
Stop it.
I feel like Chance is the type of person who is never going to be free for that long. The second, like he said he was looking, I'm getting called about, hey, have you met Chance? Have you done this? And, he was not going to stay on the job market for too long.
No.
So how did you, because okay, Chance, your strong suit is sales. It
Yeah.
really is.
No
That's
matter
just
what
your
it is.
personality. That's
For sure.
everything. But and I remember you being like, I want to be in sales, but I don't know what for. How did
Yeah.
you convince him insurance was going to be the right move?
Transparently, Brooke sold it pretty well for me. She got him quite excited.
Yeah.
But I think just really similar to how I got sold on the opportunity of what the space has to offer, it was such an easy transition to Chance. And Chance was like a very different hire than we had typically been growing with. We're hiring people their first year out of college. We have Anthony Ulibarri on our team, who was 19 when we brought him on, turned 20 with us. And he's been crushing it without having, the technical skills of working in corporate, being a part of building a business from the ground up. And,
I love it.
I know you both have said it, and I'm just like,
TM. Yeah.
makes me
Love
happy.
it.
And I think just like really, emphasizing the Chance coming in here with experience, having the skills he already had.
But not insurance experience. So
But
you took a chance.
sales.
I know, but that's what I love is when
chance on
people
change.
take chances on personalities and like, what am I looking for? Just, you could
Work
teach
ethic.
anybody, anything, you know? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you probably had no idea what insurance
Well,
entailed.
I was literally like, do you think I knew what my deductibles were?
I almost just
wind
said,
and
girl, who
hail?
does?
Yeah.
Who does until you get in a car accident and you're like, what's my fucking
And then you're like, am I
deductible?
covered? Yeah, I mean, that was me before.
Because
I
I
didn't know
get
shit
into
about
many
insurance.
accidents.
Yeah.
Nobody should insure me.
But you hit the ground running.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what
so
was the,
15,000 your first month of new business? How did you get there?
I was going to say, what was like the training? Like, what, I mean,
So the training is right. Goosehead provides a training of, hey, this is how you're going to use our CRM. These are the basics. These are the exclusions on the policies. Things you have to know. And that doesn't make any insurance agent different from the next. But I think the skills that we train at, the Taxman agency is really how to unlock referral partners, how to create these relationships and grow from them. And Chance didn't need to really learn how to make friends and make referral partners. That was his huge strong suit. But us just being able to reframe it of, hey, these relationships you already have, this is what they can do. Showing them your expertise, being prepared to quote out their clients. He took it and ran.
Yeah.
And also, using the example of someone who's 19 years old and coming into it, their friends probably don't own houses and a bunch of cars.
Yes.
So as many
They're
people
still
as
walking to school.
Of course. The amount of people who would want to support them and be involved just might not exist. Chance having just such a large network of peers who not only he knows but trust him and would give him the opportunity to do this. It was just such a no-brainer, and he ended up being the best first month agent in the 20-year history of Goosehead.
shut the front door, dude.
It's
That's why I fucking love you.
I'm just very like,
I know.
it is what it is.
I
You're
know.
Prince.
I don't know.
You're a
I
Prince.
don't like gloat about things.
So of 20 years in all of Goosehead, he was the #1 first month rep?
no one has ever produced that much in their first
I
month.
did
Bro.
not know that, sir.
Brooke said the same thing. I'm like, I don't.
You need to be more like
know.
excited.
I love
I'm
a
not gonna go up to
humble
people and be
man,
like,
but,
guess what?
Yeah, no, you should. You should.
You're like, you should put that on your resume.
We should. We
Not that I need
celebrate.
it,
That's
but-
wild. And going off of what Noah said, what do you think it was that you brought in that where you just killed it?
Work ethic. I
Yeah.
just was like so determined. You know, guys know me. Like when I set my mind to something, like I'm going to hit it. Like
Yeah.
there's not another option.
Right.
There is no other
It's
option.
true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just went in of like, how am I gonna do this? And honestly, I like kind of freaked myself out when I first went in because you're supposed to have 15 leads coming into training. I had 5.
Yeah.
And I already was like, I'm behind. And I don't know how it happened, but I think it was just like, shout out you
Yeah.
because I got like first week that I was in training, you sent me my first lead that was like somebody I didn't have any sort of connection with. And I was able to close them, but
But everybody loves
but people
you.
like you know what I mean, that were like sending me
Yep.
clients. Like that's what it is. It's like
Right.
I built relationships with people that trust me enough that they sent me people, and once they heard I was in insurance, they were like, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
easy."
And I know as soon as you get, sorry, Jay, I
That's
saw you,
okay.
Jay. I know as soon as you get on the phone and you talk to just a human being for 30 seconds, you got him. I know that, and I
1000%.
trust that. And I didn't even know that you knew what you were doing, but I was like, I've worked
You're
with
like,
him
"But I trust him."
my whole life.
Yeah.
He's closed thousands of deals.
Yeah.
for me, like,
Oh, for
go.
sure.
Yeah, it's just-
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think you just have to find a way to connect with somebody in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Or like you could potentially just
You
risk
have to.
not
And
getting
this could
it.
be a question for the both of you because as in your industry, just like ours, it's very saturated. We know how many insurance agents, how many do we know?
How many title reps? How many?
Right?
Yes.
And how do you differentiate yourself? You know what I'm trying to say. Like to be like,
I hear
no,
you.
do use me. I mean, even, going you and growing this company of what now, 10 people?
We're at 14.
14 in 3 years and being the number one.
we're gonna
Like,
get
it's
to you
just,
in a sec. Too, so.
like how do you make yourself different, stand out?
I'd say, like, first and foremost, like, once you have the seat at the table, you can't lose it, because at the end of the day, if someone has someone who's, doing a good job, taking care of their clients, showing up to their, thank you to their client referral events, as long as you do a good job, you're not going to lose that spot.
Right.
So it's remaining consistent. But in terms of breaking in, I say we talk a lot about providing unreasonable hospitality. The way I got in with my first lender ever, I just continued to follow up with him, and he let me do his personal insurance, but he wasn't ready to refer me yet. And it was very early on. It was one of the first people I insured. I used to sleep with my ringer on. And he called me in the middle of the night. It was like 3 a.m. I get a phone call. And I hear him. He's freaking out. He goes, hey, our bathtub on the second floor just fell through into our kitchen.
Oof.
What do I do?
Yeah.
Oof,
I'm like,
that's rough.
I've never
That's
had
terrifying.
It was horrible.
Actually.
I was like, I've never had someone make a claim, but I don't know. I'm coming over.
Yeah.
So
At 3 in the morning?
3 in the morning. Rolled out of bed. I put my pajamas on.
Handyman on the way.
Threw on some sandals, and I drove over. I picked up Dunkin' Donuts, coffee and donuts. I was like, hey, man, honestly, it's the first time I've had a client make a claim. The carrier's not open. There's no way my manager's awake right now, but we're going to call the fire department, and we're going to call the carrier when they open. I sat with him for the next 4.5 hours.
That's crazy. Oh, cute.
And he put up a Facebook post right after, and he goes, I'm never using anyone for insurance ever again. And it worked. And I got people calling me, not because I was great at selling insurance or doing everything, because I just showed up. You know, I answered the phone, I showed up. It's 90% of our job. So I think just being able to provide an unreasonable level of service and remaining consistent is how you break in and how you keep the business.
Love it.
Good answer. Good answer.
You guys do the same thing. Don't act shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's times though when it's like exhausting, you know, like the other day, you can look on my Ring camera. I physically took my phone and I threw it into my neighbor's yard because I was so sick of it that day. I was like, if I get another phone call or text, I'm gonna lose
it.
medulla, dude. I'm gonna lose it. So it sat there for an hour in my neighbor's yard.
While you stared at it like this, like, how am I
going
gonna go get it?
It is true. What about you though? How do you differentiate? Why can I not say that word?
That's okay.
It's Thursday,
Words are
the
hard.
13th.
Yeah. What am I differentiating? I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
How do you make yourself different? Like, how do you stand out? Like, how did you hit the ground running as fast as you did when, again, there's 1,000 other insurance agents?
Honestly, I think support is the biggest thing. I just show up for people. Like, I'm always have the mindset of, like, I'm not there to get your business. I'm there to support your open house or broker open, or, like, how can I elevate your experience for your clients? So, like, is that providing flyers for your new listing, or, like, providing something that you can text your client or whatever? Like, I'm always thinking about, like, how can I elevate your experience for your customer, rather than me trying to just have the mindset of, like, I need to get business.
You do that.
It's more of, like, business will follow if you build relationships.
Yeah.
And, like, that's truly all I've done is just go out and, like, I just want to support people.
Right.
And
And
the
I
business will
also,
follow.
you hit social right away, right? You're like, hey, social, this is what I'm doing now, and I am here to show you why. And then you would post these stories of, I just saved this client $700 a year, or this and this and that. And then, you know, it caught my attention for sure. Yeah. So you're good with social as well.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to, like, figure out what
consistent.
people want to see.
Everything.
I just feel
We
that
want to
too,
see
but
you.
I'm like,
Everybody wants to see you. That's what we're
they
like.
want to see my dog.
Do we talk about interest rates, or we show her picking on me? People like her picking on
for
me.
sure.
You know, like, you have to have just a slew of everything. See what works. See what hits. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's literally just posting and people knowing what you do. Who cares what the content is?
For sure.
Just
They just want
do
to see your
it.
face.
Yeah.
Like, what you're doing.
I want to brag on Chance too, because, you know, the whole model of Goosehead, let's find realtors and lenders, let's get referred to the new home closing. It's an incredible model. It's the reason, you know, Goosehead has grown to the size it is.
Yeah.
But, like, Chance would be, like, leaving at, you know, whatever time during the day and going, like, hey, I'm going to an event. I'm like, awesome. You know, what realtor or lender are you working with? He goes, I'm actually going to an injection photo shoot, and they're going to shoot, you know, new photos and make content for their company. I'm like, they're not a realtor or lender. He's like,
And I'm paying you for what?
He's like, what's going on?
He's like, trust me, it's going to be productive.
Yep.
And he comes back, he goes, so there was a patient in the chair, and she was already shopping her insurance. She's switching over today. You know,
Love that.
we're in such a great industry, similar to you guys, where it doesn't, like, matter who you are, you're a potential client. So
Absolutely.
I think Chance
Absolutely.
is taking advantage of that in a positive way to the max, and that's something he's just done an ultra networking job of doing.
Yeah, and it's like, you don't always need to be, like, stuck in front of the computer and, like, cold calling. Like, if you have a network that you've built yourself, go and do that. It doesn't even matter what event you go to. Remember, I'm like, dude, put us on an event. It doesn't need to be title. It doesn't need this. Just getting in front of people and being like, this is what we do, and this
They
is
just
who we
want to see
are.
you in the public.
And
Like
I
the white
have
party,
to-
we were somebody.
Oh my
we're
God.
nobody, but
Right.
man,
I mean, we
sure
were
felt
nobodies
like
that
somebody.
went in there and became somebodies, and we talked to
Yeah.
everybody, and we
about.
were like, let's only stay for like 30 minutes because this is really intimidating. And then we shut that bitch.
Yeah, so we shut that bitch down.
And the voicemail you left me the next day, I've saved it. I have it. It's not going anywhere. that stays with me till the day I die.
For sure.
You're hilarious.
It never leaves your phone.
But to you, okay, I didn't know you were such a baby until, and I don't want to say you're a grown-ass man. You are a grown-ass man, but you just turned 25 this month. How in the world have you only been in insurance 3 years and you are the #1 property and casualty agent in the country? Tell and go.
Yeah. First, and the prime reason is hustle. The inputs I did. I woke up. I still wake up before 5 a.m. every morning. And I get going. And when I was starting this job, I realized, hey, if I'm at the office at 5, 6 in the morning, and I'm there 2 hours before everyone else, and I stay 2 or 3 hours later than everyone else, like statistically, I'm just going to do 50% better. Mm-hmm. I'm there an extra 4 or 5 hours. Like it's going to happen.
Like calling people,
preparing new content. I used to host a 6 a.m. Or 7 a.m. Breakfast of just referral partners who want to get the early birds, who want to get after it. And I think always documenting, what I was doing. I think if you talk about what my trade is, I always recommend people on social media, don't just be insurance, mix in your dog, mix in golf, get something else. But I think my something else is the hustle. Noah's working right now. Noah's available. He's still in the office. And the more I was able to get that reputation from 1, 2, 3 referral partners, like, hey, you got to reach out to Noah. He's going to be available. He's going to come in with a good rate. Mm-hmm. And I just continued to hustle. And the more I saw the success come through, the more I was hooked on it. Mm-hmm. I loved being someone that people relied on to make sure their closing went through.
Mm-hmm. What degree did you get at DU? I just have to know.
Finance and entrepreneurship.
Okay, I can
sense.
see it. Yeah. Did I see it? Did I was like, I
was like, sports nutrition over here.
Imagine.
I just need to graduate for the love. Oh man,
Wait, you did sports nutrition?
Yeah, and then Sarah yelled at me. I met her my second year, and she's like, "What are you gonna do with that?" I was like, "I'm gonna be a trainer for the Broncos," and she said, "No, you're not."
A cheerleader, maybe, girl. But not that.
Why did you not believe me either?
I made her.
You could have done it.
Oh my God! Thank
Sorry.
you. Nobody believed in me. And she's like, "That's stupid."
I believe in you.
I feel so
That's
bad. I was
One
like, you
out
should
of
change your.
100,000 people make it there. Go into.
bad.
She's like, you could talk, so maybe go into speech communications and get a minor in marketing. I graduated with speech communications and a minor in marketing.
Oh, I ruined your hopes and dreams from the
Really
get-go,
did.
dude.
Right. Here I am, following you around everywhere, and mortgages now.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I have a question. So in your intake form, you mentioned spider networking. What is that?
Spider networking. A perfect example is, hey, like you've seen we've done a good job. We have a relationship built. Who else do you work with? Because at the end of the day, like one client is one client. But one loan officer is, a potential of however many loans they do this year and the next. Mm-hmm. So I always look at, if you get connected with one realtor, that's not one referral partner. That's the 3 options of lenders they work with. That's the title rep that they partner with for their events. Mm-hmm. The inspector that, sees something's wrong and recommends the roof needs to be replaced. Insurance comes in the conversation, you're there. Mm-hmm. So really just getting the full squeeze out of every relationship we make. Mm-hmm. And
so by that you mean, like, let's just say it's an agent, like, hey, Brooke or whatever. Yeah. Who's your inspector? Who's your lender? Like, can you connect me with them?
Absolutely. I mean, Spider now, when you picture the web, it's your web of your network. Yeah. And if I'm working with you, I want to work with all of them and vice versa. Mm-hmm.
So it seems like you guys have a bit different of an approach that kind of meets up top being customer service, customer facing. Mm-hmm. But you were the guy who was in the office early to late, pounding the phones, making the calls here. And you're a bit different because you're out there, probably because you've been around the block for a little bit.
I've been around the block.
But like you were so young and you started, like, you maybe didn't have the biggest network. You had your college network, but like you said, nobody's really buying houses at that time. So you're like, this is what I know and this is what I got to do. I'm just going to pick up the phone and call. Whereas you've kind of come in with a massive network of people and you're like out and about and getting it. I mean, 2 very different, but you guys are both killing it and it works. So like when he joined your team, how did you feel about like everything? Were you super stoked to have him and you're like, but this is so different?
first answer is beyond stoked. I mean, just like Chance is someone we brought on immediately. It's like we want him in a growth position. He has so much managerial experience of growing a company from something that was not much into being a lot bigger, and that's the vision we have for him being here. He proved it in his first month, but we've definitely butt heads. I'm like, Chance, you gotta make 100 phone calls today. You're gonna kill
And
it.
I'm like, absolutely not.
It's not happening.
You make phone calls. I'm going to lunch.
Like you're going to like you're going to an injection photo shoot. Like I don't know how productive that's gonna be. He's like, watch me, and sure as hell he came back and goes, yeah, I got a couple referrals and I found someone's insurance who was sitting there. Like, great.
And I got free Botox.
I love it.
And I think there's a mix to that, right? Where I'm learning of like, all right, that does work. That's pretty great. And then, there'll be times where he does make a couple calls. He's like, that did work. I'm like, oh, no way that worked.
Yes, it goes both ways. This is facts.
I just have to feel comfortable when I make the phone call.
I get it.
Like
I get it.
I just have to like connect with somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And I think, any good sales rep is you're going to do it the way that you're going to do it.
For
the
sure.
way that you want to. Like, that's the only way you're going to be successful. Like, we can't sit, you can. You'd be like, hey, go pound 100 phone calls, and they're going to be miserable the whole time doing it. It's not their personalities.
Yeah.
It's not their wheelhouse. So,
But there can be coaching, and there can be mind-based shifts off of that, I feel. Because you can't be in sales and be like, I never want to pick up the phone. I don't think it really works that way.
Right.
for sure.
But there is, like, like maybe if you're like, you know what, no, please make 10 calls. And he's like, fuck, okay.
Yeah.
And then he does, and he's like, okay, that wasn't horrible, but...
It wasn't awful. I still want to like.
And I think it's like, the results speak for himself, right? Like the first month, I'm like, hey, the only way you could be great at this is like, making a ton of dials every day.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that, and he has the best month in the 20-year history of the company. So I think that speaks for itself. Whereas at the first month, it was like, hey, I didn't make phone calls. I didn't sell a policy this month. It's like, now we do it. So I think he just so clearly proved what works. So it's like, all right, show other people how to do that now.
Right.
I gotta ask you guys, because again, we don't know much about insurance. When we meet people, or like when we're at golf tournaments, or if like insurance agents approaches us, a lot of them are at Goosehead. So like, tell us about Goosehead. Why Goosehead?
Yeah, absolutely.
They've grown,
They've been huge. So Goosehead, they are a publicly traded company, able to insure in every state, corporate locations all over the country, as well as franchises all over the country. Franchises bringing the majority of their revenue. So when I started the corporate channel. It's actually like 4 minutes from here. It's very close.
Oh, it's
Really?
in Colorado.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
I didn't
right
know that.
in DTC. It's right off of Inverness is where the office is.
Interesting. Okay.
And the corporate model, you're a corporate employee. You got an expense account. You're able to, you have a guarantee of money that you're going to make. There's a lot of different facets to it. So there's a great model of going corporate. You become a manager, you become a director, vice president, keep going up that chain, which is an absolutely wonderful opportunity. But I think like my entrepreneurial spirit spoke right away of, hey, you could franchise, you could own your own business, and you could build something, develop your own culture, and go about it that way. So I think Goosehead has just been incredible in terms of, they separate themselves why did I choose them at the beginning? Because I was sold on that interview.
Yeah.
That's what got me. But the more I stood there, the more I learned from the industry. If I take your first name, last name, date of birth, address, age of roof, your driver's license number, and your VIN number, I could get to a quote faster than any one of our competitors. Our technology is just unbelievable. So that part of it is why I've remained to stay. And something I was told recently that I think has really stuck around is I was asked, where is the grass greenest? And I was like, on the other side, I don't know. And the answer was where you water it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think of what we've built here, you could always look, we could go do this, we go try that. They're offering to pay you a higher percentage, whatever it is. It's working so well.
Yeah.
I mean, the opportunities that I have been able to create for myself, but more importantly, that I've been able to open up for other people. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And I think I've just been so grateful for the service that Goosehead provides, the carrier access, and everything in between. That it's been an amazing home for us.
How long has it been around for? Because I feel like Goosehead popped up all of a sudden. We're like, what the hell is that? What does that even mean?
What the hell is a Goosehead? Sounds not right to me.
Sounds like not insurance.
It's been around for about 20 years.
20.
And public public for, I want to say 7 or 8 years.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the reason you haven't heard of it, it's pretty intentional.
Yeah.
Goosehead does no marketing. So if you scroll through your Instagram, and now that we're talking about it, it's going to be on all of our phones.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure. We're going to get an ad somehow.
We are.
But it's always Flow, Bundle and Save, State Farm, Like a Good Neighbor, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah, all the jingles.
The marketers, they're there. Goosehead doesn't market. The marketing dollars go to, hey, I want to take you out to lunch. I want to sponsor your event. So
I want to get you a good rate and a good deductible.
that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, more importantly, we're not trying to sell the brand as much. We're trying to sell the relationship. When you work with Noah, when you work with Chance, we're going to get you taken care of.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've learned so much from this company, made so many friends. I've loved being here.
Yeah.
And how quickly did you start? So you've only been in 3 years. When did you start the Taxman agency? How did that come about, or was that from the get?
So I started November 1st of 2024 is when I launched. And I was kind of at a route where I was doing quite well my first year. And you're on basically like a first-year ramp-up bonus. And it's something I offer to our agents now. The way that it was offered, it was not built for me to produce as much as I was. So the bonuses were fantastic. I was producing as the top agent in the company when it was structured to be, you know, a first-year ramp-up and get ready. So the bonuses that were coming with it were unbelievable. And as I got to my 11th, 12th month, I realized that was coming to an end. And I decided I'm either going to go this managerial route, which has great opportunity to offer. I'm going to go the franchise route. And I was just dead set on becoming a franchise. I made that very clear to my leadership, and I was granted the opportunity to open it. And I took it and I ran with it.
Hell yeah.
He's so well spoken.
I know. It's DU, dude.
I swear.
College
Like the little
degrees.
young entrepreneur we were golfing with yesterday, and she's like, we had a horrible hole, and it was a par 3, and it took us all like 8 hits to get there. And she was this 20-year-old sweet little girl, and she's like, you know what, guys, it's not about how you started, it's about how you get there. And I was like, okay, queen. Like, thank you so
You're like,
much.
that was
You know, I'm just like
inspiration.
salty because the world has gotten to me, and I'm like, these young entrepreneurs, and you're like, your mottos and everything, I'm here for
And
it.
he knows every date. Like, have we listened? He was like, I did September 12th, November 1st. It was about 11:50 a.m. And I'm like, no date.
Yeah, did I wake up this morning?
Yeah.
What's your motto, Chance? Give us a good motto you got.
A motto.
Like a life. Like,
Yeah,
what's a
give
life
us like a
motto?
life thing.
Girl, I'm just happy in the morning if I like woke up breathing.
What's mine?
You guys are so different. Yours is it is what it is.
Yep, 1,000%.
I say that all
It is
the
what it
fucking
is.
time.
And I'm the one who just stresses out consistently over everything.
I feel like
Where's
you
our
and Noah are
business? What
very
we gonna
similar,
do?
and like her and I are a little similar. Like I feel like we sat at the right spots at the table.
I mean, but he's very, very, very well put together.
No, it's you
and
two
I'm
and it's
not.
us two. 1,000%.
When are you well put together?
I am so
She's
well put
so
together.
well
You
put
can-
together. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
I try really hard to show it.
Well,
that's
okay, like I said, I feel like you're very well put together, but it's like, what is one thing that you wish you would have done differently, or is there a mistake that you've made, or is there anything that you didn't accomplish by the age of 25?
Many of things. And, you know, I'll give you one more motto. I'm just like, I am a firm believer of like no regrets, just lessons learned.
Yeah.
So I think like all of the mistakes I've made, which I make every single day, you know, I use as an opportunity for a learning experience, especially like being a business owner for the first time. I'm great at selling insurance. I'm great at building a network, and I think I'm great at training people, but I'm not great at, you know, having all my taxes prepared and knowing, you know, what the plan is, what the best strategy is, you know, understanding that, you know, you got to get everyone their I-9 signed. They're within their first 7 days of starting. So I think I paid a lot of really expensive, you know, learning lessons of things that if I went back in time would have saved me a lot of money and a lot of stress. But then again, I will never make that mistake again because they happened to me.
I have a question for you because, I mean, people know that they need to have insurance. They kind of understand like replacement costs or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I still don't really know much about insurance, but in this time frame that we're in, a big thing in the insurance world is like people are not able to get insurance, especially like evergreen, like from where they live, and you know what I mean. And that's got to be stressful and hard. But like, is there anything that you can do in that sense? Like, yes, you can move carriers, and yes, it's going to be expensive, but I'm sure it's not easy conversations to have.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, we'll split this one up, but I'd say, they have the standard market. You got your Travelers, your Allstate, all of the big name carriers. And then there's also the surplus lines market. So basically these companies that are focused on the risks that people don't want to take. The evergreen house that's covered in trees and they haven't replaced the roof since 1995 still needs insurance. Someone has to do it. And there's times where we are able to find an option. It's not attractive. The coverage is excluding many things that we have to make sure our clients are very aware of. But it's tough because to us, like you think of it from a business sense, it's fortunate. That's the reality of it, is that everyone needs to have our product. It's becoming more expensive and it's becoming harder to get. So if you're able to be good at getting it, it's a great opportunity. But like the firm reality of it, it sucks.
It sucks. Well, it's sad because I actually was talking to somebody who she's like, I have to sell my house because I can't afford insurance anymore. And I'm like,
did she
what?
do a claim on it?
No, because she lives in Evergreen and it's a fire hazard, and it was like $12,000 a year or something crazy. She's like, I literally can't afford insurance. And I was like, yep.
Really?
So she's like, and now I have to completely move my home.
There's $1,000 to just have insurance.
Yeah, I did some of them.
That's insane.
But I'm like, that's also like, a lot of people hate insurance agents. Like I hate insurance. I think insurance is fucking stupid, especially like medical insurance. Health insurance, so dumb. Yeah. Car insurance, so dumb.
Oh, I need that. I need car insurance.
I know you do, but like here's another example,
driver.
right?
Often.
Here's another example is you tell the story all the time. She's like, my insurance agent basically told me to never make a claim, and she's like, so what is the point of insurance? Like, never make a water claim because it will screw you in the future. Yeah. But that's what insurance is for. It just doesn't make sense to me.
It's a caveat of you have insurance to use it, you get punished for using it. So it's really difficult.
So sad.
When they're telling you not to use it, we'll see people, like a lot of carriers, if you have 2 claims in the last 5 years, they won't take you. And we'll be reviewing someone's insurance, and the 2 claims they made were when the power went out, and they made a food spoilage claim. And they replaced $300 to $500 worth of items in their fridge. So like that to me is silly. And we always hear insurance sucks. People say insurance is a scam, this or that. But at the end of the day, when your house burns down, and you pay $2,500 out of pocket, you get cut a $500,000 check. You love insurance. It is your favorite.
I love insurance for my car. I think I've totaled my car 6 times.
Jesus.
And then I hit things like.
But then what do you say? What do you say to the people?
Trash cans.
Like, for example, Superior, the Marshall fire that happened Christmas of 4 or 5 years ago. A lot of those people were underinsured, and then they could never get their house back. Like, how does somebody know if they're underinsured or not? I know, obviously, come to you, but
come to an agent. Really evaluate it. You should be at just like a common rule is you should be about 80% of the market value of the home is what you should have it insured up to. God forbid your home burns down, you're not buying it off the market. You're not paying for the land again. You're paying for the labor and materials to rebuild the home. So you should be at least 80%.
Why not 100%?
Because, you're excluding the land from that equation. You don't have to repurchase that part.
I see.
But people being underinsured, it's horrible. And, when I think about it, it's really sad, but just the only point of it, not to blame the clients in the slightest, but these are a lot of people who are like, I can't believe how much money I'm paying for insurance. Give me high deductibles and put my coverage down. And then something happens. It goes, why was my coverage not better?
I know.
So
yes,
that's a lot of things.
We're a little guilty with that too, because sometimes with interest rates being so high, we're like, hey, and I'll go to Chance every single time before I introduce him to somebody, and all our files are pretty tight. And I'm like, it's like a $700,000 house, and I'm like, they cannot pay more than $250 a month. And he's like, if you give me a 250 number again, I'm going to.
That's like
I'm going to drive over there and slap you.
Yeah.
It's more like, what, 300?
We usually are able to get close and still keep good deductibles.
Well. Yeah, he does very well. And then I will tell a client, and I don't know if this is good advice, but I'm like, to get into this house, get a very large deductible. What you do after that is not on me, but it's, people do. But people know that. Like, you have to shop. People are so price conscious and they shop, and then when something truly does happen and you truly do need that insurance, you're like, ugh. So I feel like that's where you guys could be like the good educators and come in and really explain that after I whittle down your business.
And you can probably correct me if I'm wrong, but if you do have to have like a certain DTI and whatever, we have supplemental things that are gonna like help with your deductible. Like we have something called SOLA that, you know, if you have a like 5% wind and hail deductible, which typically in Colorado right now we're seeing 2% with majority carriers, we can help you pay for that deductible. You're just going to pay for another insurance out of your pocket that isn't paid out of the loan. So, I mean, it's not necessarily wrong.
No,
I mean, if we have to go on with a like higher deductible to be able to get you into that house, great. We're probably going to pitch you something to be able to like save your ass if something does happen, because I'm here to like make sure that you're covered in like the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I'm going to like push you to buy this other insurance because if something happens, they're going to put money in your bank account to pay that deductible.
And that's what I like about Goosehead too, is you have so many different carriers that you could work on. Do you guys have I'm sorry, I love Progressive. Okay. It's just because that's
you like Progressive. Progressive don't like you, girl.
That's the one, dude.
That's my new slogan. You asked me earlier. That's my new slogan.
That's not nice. I love it though, because it's like their biggest marketing thing is you're becoming your parents. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God, and I am. And it's just like, you know, like you're checking like if the windows close all the way and like you know where things are put. It's something that you know what I saw the other day. I have to just bring this up because it's insurance. There's not really cool things to talk about insurance, but I found something kind of cool. Is I've been seeing this marketing lately that is just random like graffiti ads everywhere.
Lemonade.
And there's
Is it lemonade? Yeah.
Wait, and there's nothing to it. So I'm like, it was driving me nuts. There's cars that are driving around with like graffiti shit. So finally I get on ChatGPT because that's my whole brain. And I was like, what in the world is this graffiti bullshit, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, it's Lemonade Insurance. This is exactly why they did it, because nobody knows what the hell it is. They
And
want you to
looking
chat it, and then like they think it's going to, but I'm like, okay, though that was fun. I figured it out, but it doesn't make me want Lemonade Insurance. So it kind of goes back to what you said about like our marketing dollars goes into our stuff. Do you guys work with Lemonade?
I have
We do.
lemonade.
Yeah, we work with Lemonade.
Okay.
Yeah.
The marketing got it.
Yeah,
I'm
literally.
telling you.
But why
Such
again?
a
But
weird
why
name,
Goosehead,
but-
right? Why Goosehead? I get it.
And I'd say that you brought up a point earlier about talking about what the other carriers could do, things that they may offer, and also the way people think about insurance agents, right? So I think Lemonade is doing something where they have like another one where they have like handcuffs and they're falling out of like a bedroom dresser drawer.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
it's like, make sure you insure all of your personal items.
Yeah.
Lemonade could do it. And it's funny, right? But it also just like, to me, it delegitimizes the space a touch, right? It makes you think like joke or laugh. You got Giuliano Massarelli, who everyone loves, you know, the life insurance agent dancing and crushing it with his shirt off on every call, which is great. But his whole thing is, we got to get this sale. We have to get this sale. We have to get this sale, where it's, you know, then you get called by an insurance agent. This guy's going to play music right after I hang up. He's going to make a joke of it when that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure you're properly protected. God forbid we have another Marshall fire. You know, you're properly covered.
Yep.
So there's that fine line of how we're going to market to be fun and get excited, but also make sure, you know, the purpose is to be educational and show that we're there for you.
This is why he's the
I
top
know.
agent. He's like, it's funny and all, but back to business.
Yeah, but can I ask a really stupid question? And I don't want to sound stupid and naive, but like the whole wind and hail thing, like why?
Oh,
What is that and why?
you guys help us with this, because it is messing up all of our
Yeah, it's a lot of a
condos.
condo stuff,
Nobody
but
can
like,
buy
okay,
condos
I get
anymore.
it, right? The roof is a big piece of keeping your house together and safe. The hail, that makes sense. The wind, is it like the siding? Like, why is there a wind and hail line, and not like a fire line? Or I don't know, there might be. I don't know.
I
Like
don't know,
a
and
2% fire deductible.
Don't
I
look
don't know
at
what that
me.
means.
I don't know.
Depending on some zip codes, some carriers have started separating the deductible for fire or wildfire. Most have not. It'll go under the AOP, which is the all other perils deductible.
Okay.
But wind and hail, I mean, you think about Colorado, we are like the third most expensive insurance state right now in the
Are
country.
we?
It's
Let me guess, California's
ridiculous.
first.
California's not. They have a lot of, when you get a homeowner's policy in California, basically excludes everything. So it's like, all right, you get a homeowner's policy, but it doesn't cover wind, fire, or flood.
Yeah, you have to have a separate one for that.
You got to
have
get
have two. Yeah.
just separate policies for all of them. Or Texas and Kansas are outrageously expensive. But you think about Colorado,
Kansas. Tornadoes.
why do people make claims here? There's no hurricanes, there's no tornadoes.
It's hail.
Hail.
It's hail.
Oh.
Right.
So-
So Kansas is probably similar, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because I guess the majority of the claims that people do are roofing, a lot of roof claims, and Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah, but it's messing up all of our condos, guys. We got to get that figured out. Yeah. For sure.
We need HOAs and insurance people and then lending people to all sit in one room and fight for just a second, and then let's figure this shit out after we brawl it out.
That's so true. That's so true. Chance, how are you? I mean, did you just have to cram all your knowledge in on insurance? Because it's so funny coming out of beauty and going into like aesthetics and plastic surgery, and then you're just like hard turn, I'm gonna go into insurance. Like, how was that learning curve? Because mortgages is all I've known for the last 10 years.
But remember when you got into it was a huge learning curve for you, and you're like, what am I doing? It's just,
To be honest, shout out Noah, just because like I feel like just listening to him, I would sit there and like if I wasn't doing anything with school stuff or whatever, I would just listen to his conversations. I would also read a lot. Like I'm gonna read into those policies. I'm gonna see what the guidelines are. Like I'm gonna look at every little thing because every single carrier is different, and I feel like I've just. Not that I've done like a ton of business, but I did a lot of business in 3 months, and I did a lot of like odd things, you know, like I've done high fire properties. I've had like Illinois people. I've just done a lot of things that I was like, hey, how do I do this? Or like, what is happening here? Like whatever that is, or a rental property. So you just kind of like, once you do one, then it's kind of stuck in my head after that of like, I'm not going to have to ask again, you know what I mean? But he has so much knowledge that if you just sit there and like, sometimes I'm like, bro, you're talking really loud. Yeah. But just like listening to his conversations, like even the other day I picked up and I was like, hey, loved how you like said this of, you know, you shouldn't be at a state minimum for your autos. Like you are going to be screwed if you get into a car accident. Cars are expensive nowadays. Hospitals are expensive. Like if you get hurt, you need to be covered just because the state says like there's a minimum there. But the way that he worded it, I was like, shit. I never thought about that.
I want to piggyback on that because I think that this is a lost art because nobody wants to go in the office anymore. Sure. Everybody wants to work from home. And the way that I learned mortgages is because I literally sat in, like I was an assistant, sat in cubicles and I was listening to other people's conversations and picking stuff up. And then people were like, gosh, you're actually really good on the phone. I'm like, well, I got that line from so-so. Yep. But like with us too, like yes, we had an office. Nobody wanted to come in, but like I feel like we did love the camaraderie that we had, and like we would just sit and listen to each other's conversations.
And I feel like it made everybody better sales. Like think about the people that we have now, and when we were all together, they were like motivated and going, and now everybody's just like, well. Yep. It is. And everyone's getting rid of offices, but do you require them? Like you would rather them be in the office.
5 days a week in person.
Smart.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Tie not required.
Okay, sir, take it down a notch.
It works.
Yeah.
And, you know, like we moved into a new office in March, and it's 4,500 square feet. We have a great conference room, and there's one office. I'm only in that office if I'm on the phone with our accountant or attorney. Like if you walked into our office, you would have no idea who the boss or the owner was. You know, like everyone in there is equal and doing the same thing. And all the time you're on the phone, you're hearing something like that's a good line. I got to use that.
Yeah.
And you also hear I'll hear someone say something like, all right, that is not covered. Make sure we know, you know? So it's just being able to be surrounded by everyone. It's a
and that's how you learn.
Cohesive
For
culture.
sure.
It's really, that's a good point.
That's exactly how I learned mortgages. I was so clueless, but I'm like, if I sit and like listen to like other people's conversations, then I'm like, it started clicking quicker than it would have. I know
and if you
for
have
a
a question, you can ask somebody right there, and like you can put somebody on hold, and you'll flip your little earphone up or whatever. But just a second.
Well, we're coming to a close, so I'm going to have a question for the both of you. I have a comment for you, and then 2 questions. So, comment for you is, I've just seen you progress throughout your career. And whatever you do, I'm a fan of you because you put your heart and your soul into everything. No matter what it is, you're ecstatic about it. When we were headed up to Brooks 3 weeks ago and you were in the car, he had completely turned around.
Zach was driving.
He turned around. No, and you laid
I did lay the seat down.
Yeah, we don't need this for insurance purposes. And he chatted all 3 of our ears off the whole ride up there about fucking insurance. Okay, literally.
This is music to my ears.
And Zach was like, Zach was like, you guys.
He's like, you need to stop talking.
Yeah, it's a Saturday. We're supposed to be having fun. Yeah.
But Zach is like, literally, I fall asleep and I wake up and I hear about insurance.
I was like, you're really excited.
But he was so passionate about it. And like, whatever you are, you're just so passionate about it. And that I love you so much for that. And so I know whatever you're going to do, you're going to kill it. What do you feel is next for you in this industry? I know you're newer in it, but like, do you have goals, like aspirations? What can we expect out of you, sir?
I just really want to keep going up, and up. Like, the more people I'm able to help, the better. And I think I'm just seeing so many people who are not insured correctly, and I want to make sure you're insured correctly, because that's your daughter that's in the car. Like, you know, that's your first house. Like, for you to lose these things is a really big deal. And that's why I always offer people, like, let me just look at it. You don't have to do your business with me. Let me look at it.
That's you. Also
and that's all I want to do. And business will follow, but that's all I want.
Okay, sorry, I'm going to interrupt before the last.
Okay,
sorry.
no, you're
Why would somebody be insured incorrectly? Like I know, like, there's shitty mortgage lenders out there that do a lot of, you know, not good things, but like as an insurance agent, like, why would you insure somebody incorrectly?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I see so many policies out there in condos that don't have a loss assessment on them. Like, if that, you guys know what a loss assessment is. If they come after you and you don't have that on your insurance, that's out of your pocket.
It's you.
Every single condo policy, we're putting max on there. Like, that's a big deal.
As
or, like, what if you don't have
'cause
service line on there, or water backup, or, like, there's just so many things missing. Or I recently just had somebody that shot me over an HO6 policy as if it was a condo, and it's absolutely a single family home. Their HOA does not cover the exterior.
Really?
Like, if they had a claim, they would be
screwed.
That is a nice way of putting it. Like, they're not going to be covered for anything. And that's my job, is like, let me just look at it. Go with me, don't go with me. Renew your policy with your other carrier. Switch it with your carrier. I don't care. But I can sleep at night knowing that, like, if your house burned to the ground, like, you're going to be okay.
And you, in the same car ride, he's like, send me your policy. I was like,
I'm going to watch you email it.
No, but he did. And he looked at it and he said,
you're fine.
This is good.
You're covered.
You're good.
You're in a good spot.
You're okay.
We can reshop you.
Yeah.
When it comes up.
But he's like, this is good. Yeah. And he's like, hit me up in November and let me just relook at some things for you. And I was like, thank you. Now turn back around and shut up.
I'm over you.
But huge fan. Huge fan of you.
I'm a fan of you guys.
And thanks, baby.
You guys have made me to where I am. So thank you.
Oh, no.
I appreciate both of you.
And for you,
And
I
Noah,
mean, same thing, you know, 25 years old, #1 in the country. I've said that a million times, but it feels cool to say. And now you have the Taxman agency. You're obviously doing great. You've been featured in magazines. You're doing a lot of cool things. Where do you see yourself going next?
I think staying in insurance. I think I have like one very big lifetime goal, and I think insurance is the place to do it. Growing up, I wanted to be a billionaire. I thought, like, you know, I grew up in an affluent town. I love Shark Tank. I was like, that sounds great. And the older I got, I realized I'm not money motivated. You know, I love to be able to eat whatever I want when I want it, and, you know, I love to eat out. But other than that, you know, I'm a pretty simple person. You know, I own my house. I rent it out to roommates. I like to live there with them. I like to, I like to house hack. It's great.
He left college, but college never left him.
Still selling condoms.
And I think the shift changed where I'm still stuck on this billion number, but I want to have a platform that creates 1,000 millionaires. It's the same number, but it's spread amongst a lot more people.
Okay.
And insurance is the platform to do that. To be able to teach this model, create a blueprint. We're going to open up more offices, and we're going to just continue to allow this to impact people positively. I think that this is the space to get us to that goal. Everything that happens in between then, there's a lot smaller goals and a lot of other things that we have to accomplish, but it feels like I'm in the right spot to do that.
Good answer. Good answer for both of you. Oh my goodness.
I aspire to be him when I grow up.
Well, you guys, we got Noah Taxman, we got Chance Wambolt there with the Taxman agency. Anything insurance, hit up these guys. You're your people, and thank you guys so much for being on today. We really appreciate you.
Thanks for having us. It was amazing.
Thank you so much for listening. This is From the Ground Up. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and check back next Monday for the next episode.